Domestic domestic dog. Hey, domestic Don, Josh Landers in the dungeon yet again. Um, as you guys, my 5 listeners are probably aware, I have chickens, and I don't know if you know anything about chickens. They're just a bunch of twats. They're all twats. All 4 of them that I have are the worst. I have my favorite, which is a black one, so that makes me more progressive. I have my least favorite, which is the pussiest of the bunch. And we have some vegetables in our backyard, in our pretentious, fake lawned suburban home. We have some vegetables growing in certain areas. Once we moved in here to this fucking model home, which is not model-esque at all, not statuesque. It's not a blonde with big fake tits whatsoever. Or maybe it is. Maybe it is a blonde with big fake tits, because that's what this home feels like to me. It feels fake. It doesn't feel like me. But we have some vegetables growing. We have tomatoes flourish here. We're getting some butternut squash. We planted some kale, some Swiss chard, and we have some other things growing. I've walled it off before because I thought we had a rat problem or a mice problem. I thought rats were coming and eating our kale that we always plant or whatever vegetables. And with the dog, we have to put up some barricade. We have some of that green, what is it, fucking hurricane fencing? I don't know, some green fencing that we bought at Lowe's or Home Depot or some local home improvement shop. I got some shit on Amazon, some like bird netting, because we found out it was birds. Birds swooped down and ate our shit. They ate our lettuce, they ate our kale, they ate our Swiss chard. So I wall it off. With all this fine twine, this fine twining, this twang, this Randy Travis. Oh, them bones, digging up bones, I'm digging up bones. Is that Randy Travis? Was he gay? Or did he have sex with his daughter, stepdaughter? Or did he die? I can't remember. I can't keep up with these country folk. But I found out chickens eat our shit too. So even through the fucking netting, I found somehow 3 chickens in the square foot gardening area where we are growing our kale and our failed broccoli, and they got through the fucking net somehow. These big 4.5, 5 pound birds, whatever they are. I want to roast them. I want to cook them. I want to throw them in a fucking crock pot, feathers and all, chop off their feet and go give it to a Haitian refugee living under a bridge in fucking Del Rio, Texas, or wherever they're at. That's what I want to do. Are they producing eggs? That's what we fucking bought them for. They are producing, but are they producing enough? Just like human beings, are we producing enough? No. So if you're not producing enough of what you should be capable of doing, like in this case, fucking eggs, not fucking eggs, they don't have a rooster to come. How does that work? How does a rooster? They fuck them? So within their bodies, they have these giant corpuscles. They have these giant pods of. They have eggs, just like human women have eggs. So I guess the rooster squirts fucking foghorn leghorn. He squirts into the chicken, and then that goes through the shell. I don't know. I guess the shells aren't hard inside the chicken pussy. Whatever it is, whatever happens, they're producing eggs, but they're not flourishing. Like I said, just like our garden is not flourishing because we have these fucking attack eagles and these goddamn dinosaurs walking around that are eating our shit. So I barricaded the kale garden off a little bit this morning, putting fucking lids of big totes around it, and just whatever shit I can find around the garage to sort of wall it off. An old baby fence, a baby gate that we now use to wall off the carpeted area in our fucking stupid house from our dog shitting on it or pissing on it, which she's done a couple of times lately over the last month for some reason. Even though she's house trained, she still shits every once in a while when she sleeps in my daughter's room. I don't know why. But why do we have carpet too? Why the fuck? Why do we have chickens in the suburban wasteland? Why do we have carpet in the suburban wasteland? Why is there still carpet? You know you're not doing well if there's still carpet in your house. We didn't put carpet in here. It was fucking already in here, and it's not the whole house. We probably have some sort of weird fake faux wood pergo, whatever the fuck it's called, in our living room. We have actual tile, not linoleum, in our kitchen and our bathrooms. But the stairs, the little hallway leading to the bedrooms themselves are carpeted, and it's like off white or grayish. It's probably brown. It's probably cum. It's probably whoever owned this house last. They probably just fucking came all over it, and they had some weird venereal disease or ball sack disease, and their cum didn't come out that sort of cinnamon toast crunch white. No, not that. The cinnamon swirl on a Cinnabon roll. It didn't come out white like that. It didn't come out like Elmer's glue, which if it does, that you probably have problems as well. But whatever they did to our carpet, it's a brownish, it's a beige, and it's not good to have when you have kids. It's not good to have when you have adults. So rip up the carpet, get rid of your chickens. Stop trying to be something you're not, Josh. All right, just stop. Just stop it. Just stop it. So that's what I've been dealing with. It's been a very eventful week because that's what I'm doing. I stay at home. I work from home. And like I've mentioned again to my 5 listeners frequently, probably over the last 8 months, not 7 months, whatever, how long I've worked at this new job, my job is not really a job. I work at home. I get paid okay especially for what I fucking do and don't do. And I haven't had much work this week. I think I edited a 145-page capstone or scholarly project for some speech pathologist to be. I think I edited a couple other small papers. That's it. And it's Thursday. Nothing. So what do I have to do in my week? Nothing eventful happens. I'm fucking boring. But I try to enlighten my life and enlighten you guys with this shit. So at least I'm still doing. I'm exercising quite a bit, a lot, when I'm not drinking. I haven't had a drink since Sunday when I went and watched football with my son at a fucking fake faux New York by the slice pizza place. Which is okay. It's okay. Beers, $8. An $8 beer. The slices were normal, $4, $5, whatever it was. But an $8 beer, it was kind of like that, I guess, in New York too. So when did that happen? So I've been doing stuff. I've been keeping myself busy. I've been keeping myself active. I'm getting annoyed this week as well with a lot of the chill mentality that's out there. One, I have a 16-year-old kid. He turned 16 a week ago today, right? Last week he turned 16. You know what happened after he turned 16? We had some things planned. He picked out some shit he wanted to eat. Of course, he wanted Popeye's fucking fried chicken. I'm like, okay, that's a fucking shitty choice. He should have got something a little bit more eclectic, a little bit better. But this is how we raise him. We raised him to be a dirtbag. He's my kid. He's going to be a dirtbag. But he wanted Popeyes. He wanted Popeyes chicken sandwich, which is probably the best chicken sandwich out there, I'd say. Popeyes is probably numero uno. Better than Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a fucking Lord is our Savior, Jesus, cobbler, fucking place. I mean, it's okay. They have a variety of sauces, but Chick-fil-A is just not as good as Popeyes. Popeyes has got it down with a fried sandwich. And I'm not a fried chicken sandwich connoisseur. I'm not a huge a lover of fast food in general. I'm not a lover of food. I'm one of those anti-foodies. I eat when I'm hungry. I guess I enjoy it, but I'm not an eater at all. I'm a fucking drinker. All right, so maybe there's people in the world, there's fucking eaters and there's drinkers, and I'm the drinker. Do I eat? Yeah. When I do eat, do I eat healthy? I try, but it doesn't always work out. So, anyways, he got Chick-fil-A, or excuse me, Popeyes. I didn't really want Popeyes. My daughter doesn't like fried chicken. Odd girl is 8 years old, or odd child, not liking the fried crispy chicken strips or nuggets or whatever else they try to fucking force feed our American kids. Macaroni and cheese that tastes like Kraft shit. What else is on the menu? Hot dog, hamburger. She's a hamburger girl. Cheeseburgers, to be exact. So I went to In-N-Out for her. Overrated, but I went to her. It's cheap. So I got a couple of burgers. She got her plain cheeseburger, a fries, what have you. So we kind of had our separate meals. So my son wanted to hang out with his friends. He didn't have cross-country practice, because we like to have our children do things. Even if they fucking say no, we still push them towards doing something, because I don't want that fucking chill mentality to be his entire life. But he came home, and my wife's taking a long time. She went to go pick him up. He hung out with his friends. He got a fucking boba tea. And if you're a parent of, I guess maybe 8 and up, 9, I don't know when the fuck did boba tea, this is not even what is on my slate today. This is not even what's on my fucking pretentious notebook page. But boba, where did boba come from? Where did boba come from? I know it's like Taiwan or Japan or it's not Thailand. I don't know. We went to Thailand. I didn't see a lot of boba. I saw a lot of milk teas, but not a lot of boba. But if you are a fucking parent, or even if you're a douchebag adult or acting like an adult, or at least the age of consent in this country that you will be seen as an adult, meaning you can vote, smoke cigarettes, fuck whoever you want to fuck as long as they're over 18 or not, statutory. But if you still drink those as an adult, you got a fucking problem. If you're drinking fucking tiger milk or whatever the hell it's called, or tea milk, Thai milk, whatever fuck, it's fucking orange. It's disgusting. It tastes like shit. There's no boba out there that tastes good. They give you a big straw. It's drinking fucking jizz that's watered down from a fucking iguana or a Komodo dragon or whatever lizards they have in the Southeast Asia. That's what you're drinking. They say it's something good. It's probably like, yeah, it's probably lizard eyeballs. Those little, they give you a big fat straw, so you could, you remember that old joke? Oh, she could suck the chrome off a trailer hitch. Don't know what that means. That would be a weird blowjob. If a woman could suck chrome off a trailer hitch, what would she do to your fucking throbbing 3-inch cock? What would she do to it? It would destroy it. It would. You want her to suck your head off? You want her to peel your skin away? I don't know. That sounds painful to me. Or she could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. That metaphor, that imagery, I never liked. I have a weird thing with watching snakes unhinge their jaws and then eat like a really large animal that they shouldn't ingest, or a large egg. Ever seen those egg-eating snakes? Don't know what they are. Anacondas, ain't got none if you don't want none. Some. Jennifer Lopez, wasn't she in Anaconda? John Voight, really bad accent in that movie in Anaconda. Or was that Anaconda 2? Anaconda 2, Ice Cube. Whatever the fucking snake it is. Fair to Lance, fucking Geico, whatever, rattlesnake, whatever egg eating. No, it's probably a fucking non-poisonous snake. Whatever it is, the egg eating shithead out there. I can't watch those videos because that makes me feel weird. Or when you see one of those large anacondas or boas or whatever the fuck it is strangle a deer and then eat an entire deer and it's just sitting there in fucking in Sumatra, just they're like the fucking fat people who want to Netflix and chill all the time. And Netflix sucks. But boba is weird. So after that, what was that? My son's birthday. So he drank the boba, and then my wife texted me, I guess. I was busy with the daughter. I was busy getting the birthday shit ready as well. We got him an ice cream cake from Cold Stone. I don't think I've ever had Cold Stone before, but he wanted a fucking ice cream cake that he barely ate. He fucking barely ate it. So my wife ate some. I ate a little bit. I'm not a big sweets guy. My daughter didn't really like it that much. So basically my wife ate the whole fucking thing. $30 cake. My wife ate it. Happy birthday. Happy fucking birthday. But he comes home, she texted me, Rowan's not feeling well. So I guess on the way home from Popeyes, after picking him up from his friends, after this fucking shitty tea, milk, iguana juice, boba, that he had to stop at a McDonald's or something because he had to take a shit. Oh, I don't feel good. So he just kind of went pale, I guess. He went pale. And he's 16 now. He went pale. And I'm like, all right, what's wrong? Or my wife was like, what's wrong? Okay, can you wait till we're home? Because we're only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from home at that point. He had to go shit in a McDonald's, or at least do something at McDonald's. Beat off, whack off. He's 16, whatever. He probably saw a chick with some tits out at a school, and then he had to get it. He had to release. All right, and that's what I teach my son. When you have to release as a male, just do it. All right? Just do it like a fucking lion in the wild. Just do it like a fucking monkey sitting on a branch. Just do it like one of those gorillas, I think. I don't know what zoo it was at, but there's a couple of gorillas. One was sucking the other gorilla's dick or eating out the pussy of a gorilla, and there's people watching it. And it's like, there's nature right there, little Samuel. What is he doing to mommy? What's he doing to the mommy gorilla? He's finding the clit. Like any other male simian, like any other masculine gorilla out there, whatever ape brain, whatever monkey brain, lizard brain we have, that's what you're trying to do, little Sammy. All right, Sammy, this gorilla is struggling to find the G-spot. That's not a thing. It's a fucking myth that feminists made up. All right? They don't have one. They don't have a G-spot. I don't think they come. They call them squirters. I think they're pissing on you when they squirt. Have you guys ever had a squirter? I don't know what that would be like, but that would freak me the fuck out. Probably more so than the egg-eating a lizard or egg-eating fucking snake. If a chick squirted all over me, I'd be like, ah! I would tamper her down. I'd get one of those fucking red anti-fire shit that they float down from the helicopters and the airplanes when they're trying to put out a forest fire in this fucking drought land, right? I would do that. I would go find some of that anti-fire retardant, not retarded. If the chick's retarded that I'm trying to bone or who's squirting all over me, that's all I can get. But the fire retardant, I'm just trying to. I'd put cloth down. I'd put a chamois. I would like get. What are you doing? So, emergency, fire department. I would call the fucking FDNY, even though I live in California, because those guys ran into the towers. This is an emergency of that caliber. But then I guess right when they pull in the driveway, my son's in the back seat. I go out there. I finally got the text. I go out into the driveway, and he's sitting there, and he just fucking threw up all over the back seat at 16 years old. I'm like, motherfucker, roll down the window. Why can't you roll down the window? Luckily, it's the car that my wife drives. It's her car. It's it's the lesbian Subaru. So he puked all over the back seat. And what's on the back? What do you think? So I'm a fucking 43-year-old man. I got a 16-year-old child who's a sophomore in high school. I'm still, to this day and age, cleaning puke off a fucking backseat of a car. Luckily, our children are wildly healthy over their years so far. They don't get sick a lot. Knock on cock. They don't get sick a lot. But this time, who's going to pick up the puke? Who's going to do it? Me. And what am I picking up? Fucking pieces of boba. The jelly, the little round tapioca fucking nut sacks. Whatever it is, I'm picking it. And then he doesn't come inside afterwards. He's just... he's fucking doubled over in our driveway. He goes on the sidewalk in front of our shitty suburban home where fucking neighbors are probably peeking out the blinds. Because that's all we are in these areas. We're fucking voyeurs. We're trying to keep up with the Joneses. We're trying to see, oh, what kind of wood chips are they? Is that mulch? Is that red mulch? Oh, no, no, that's not mulch. No, it's just a wood chip. Did he buy that at Home Depot? Not sustainable. Not sustainable. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. It's eco-friendly. Okay, he's doing okay. So they snapped the blind. But they were just watching my fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Aryan fucking gangly son just like double. I'm like, can you at least do that inside? Can you not puke in front of the fucking neighbors? I never want to have neighbors, ever. In my history, I just want to get rid of neighbors. Not saying I hate people. I'm not going to be one of those people, I fucking hate everybody. I hate everybody. You could probably get my sentiment from listening to this podcast. My 5 listeners, I'm sure you know what my sentiment for people are. But I'm not going to say I hate them. I respect them. I respect their opinions. I don't want my neighbors in this wasteland to fucking see my son just throwing up all over the fucking sidewalk. We'll probably get charged by the city for having boba stains all over the fucking sidewalk. So that was his birthday. And then he comes in, again, so he just went and laid down. It was a fucking boba. It was the boba that made him sick. And then, of course, as parents, my wife just goes to I wonder if one of his friends gave him something. He's 16. I wonder if my friends, I'm like, what, like shrooms? Acid? I'm like, those would be fucking tip-top friends, lady. Those would be the friends that I would like to have. All right, but no, he's not. He's a nerd, or kind of nerdish. I don't know. Is that good? Nerds are good. Nerds are cool. I don't know what he is. He's a tech boy. He's a tech kid. Now, he didn't get his first cell phone until he was 13 years old. So we kept him away for that shit for a long time in this industry, in this worldwide horror show that we have. But where was I going with that? Oh, so she's asking, she thought, I wonder if he took some drugs or drank. I'm like, he just got off school. I doubt it. And the fucking nerds he hangs out with, I don't think they don't do that anymore. I don't think drugs are a thing anymore for the kids, are they? Especially wherever you grow up. If you grow up in fucking white suburbia, and there's a handful of black and Asian and Mexican kids, Hispanic kids, and in this case, most likely Mexican, I don't think there's a lot of drug use going on. I don't know. Maybe there is parties with people getting fucked up. I don't know. That's how I grew up. By the time I was 16, I was drinking fucking Mickey's 40 hands and shit in a fucking cow field and trying to ram a donkey with my dick. So I don't know what he hasn't done that yet. He just hasn't done it. Fucking knock this shit over. God damn it. Yeah, I always put this little fucking thing in my. Did you hear the chickens? I think they're fighting. Lay some fucking eggs, you cunt. But yeah, so I don't think it was drugs, obviously. And then he's a half hour later, he's like, "Oh, could I get something to eat?" And you gotta wait. You can't shove a fucking Popeye's crispy chicken sandwich and a Dr Pepper down your gullet right after you just puked boba all over the back seat of your mom's lesbian Subaru. You can't do that. So you had to wait a little bit. So it was a weird birthday. We still sang him happy birthday later on. He felt better an hour later, 2 hours later. He ate his fucking crispy fried chicken. My daughter ate her In-N-Out. She's a little worrywart, of course. She comes from me. So am I going to throw up too? Am I going to throw up? Why did you throw up? All right, you're fine. We're fine. And then, of course, whenever I see someone throw up, I'm like, fuck, I'm going to throw up too. But I didn't. Everybody was fine. It was a weird passing fucking Taiwanese boba poisoning. That's what it was. My son was poisoned by fucking Quickly Mart or whatever the hell it's called. I think it was Quickly. Some chain boba shop. A fucking sweatshop. I'm sure they got like 9-year-old fucking Taiwanese boys and girls back there fucking poking the eyes out and scooping them out with a fucking melon ball spoon. The fucking iguana's eyes that put into the tea-tight fucking milk that is orange colored for some fucking reason with what, turmeric or fucking some other hyped herb or essence. Is that what it is now? Is that what the gurus say? Essence. You need an essence of turmeric in your life. And I put turmeric in my tea sometimes. I put turmeric on chicken and other meats. It's a good, but it gives it that vibrant orange. That's what it reminds me of. So, anyways, he puked on his 16th birthday. That's how that went. Where was I getting to? Fucking 19, almost 20 minutes in already. I haven't talked about shit that was on the slate. Oh, it was the chill people, right? Wasn't it? I think so. All right, whatever. I guess lazy people, boring, chill. That bothers me. Why does it bother me? Because I'm overly active. I'm too active. I can't take naps. I can't sleep on airplanes. I can't sleep in cars. I remember the few times I have slept, it's just by sheer exhaustion. It's been overnight flights where I haven't slept for 12 hours and I drank 12 beers and 12 vodkas on the way to said destination. That's the only way I can actually sleep on a plane, and it's not sleep. It's kind of like, ugh, it's like ragged sleep. It's the clench sleep that I call it. That's what I do. I clench sleep anyways. I think I've done that since I've been a child. But I don't know. My parents don't talk to anything about what my childhood, what it was like, and I can't remember shit. So I probably was like a little baby who just clenched its fists and fuck you, wow, fuck life. I was probably one of those little babies. And I grew up to be one of those sleepers. I sleep hard. I wake up, my back fucking hurts, my spine hurts, my neck. I don't sleep like, even whatever a fucking, I hate those people who can just sleep. I really despise people who can just fall. They're on airplanes, they're on car trips. You just look over, they're out. They're fucking sitting there in the middle of drinking a beer. They're out. How the fuck does that happen? How does that happen? I'm not saying they're bad people. I envy them. I envy you. If you could sleep on these things, I fully envy you. It's because I can't do it. I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm not. But that my brain doesn't fucking shut down. I could suck down a bottle of CBD oil, and I got the most powerful CBD oil supposedly this last round. It doesn't do anything. I take it, and does it relax me? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just too anxious. I get these way too many waves of this weightlessness, and all right, that's a heart attack. Oh shit, here we go. And this is fairly new for me over the last decade or so. But now I'm just going through it. I'm just the trial and error. What works? What doesn't? I found coffee, that fucking evil bean. Even though I drink it more often when I'm not drinking alcohol, I go to the coffee. I go to the Gatorade. I go to sugar. I just need something to sort of supplement the fucking booze. So sometimes I would go to coffee. I would go to McDonald's. Don't fucking judge me. But I would go to McDonald's, which I think I mentioned, and drink it. And then I feel kind of weird afterwards. Is it a coffee buzz? Is that what people are looking for? We're all on something. We're all on some sort of drug. Even the Netflix and fucking chill people. Even the people, you know what we did last night? Oh, we didn't do anything. Oh, I went to bed at 8 on a Friday. I'm like, you fucking bum. What are you living for? What's the point? And I think that's unfortunately why I drink sometimes, to look for something, to seek something that is not going to sleep at 8 o'clock. Yeah, do I get tired now? Can I stay out to midnight and party? No, I can't do that anymore, and that's fine. Do I still like to go in the afternoon and get that sort of beer buzz at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Of course I do. That's the best. But I'm not a good chiller. I don't chill well. Even when I got the stupid fucking hoax vaccine, if it is whatever it is, I got the vaccine, and when I had the next day I was laid out on the second dose of it. So I was pretty laid out that day. I'm not good. When I'm sick, I still get up and try to do shit. I just well, I guess I'll sweep. I'll sweep the house. Maybe I'll go fucking clean up my truck for once. I just have to get up and kind of do something. I'll go pick up the dog shit in the backyard because nobody else fucking does that in the house. I've got to go, the fucking toilet's dirty. I got mail. So I'm trying to do something. I'll go run a mile. Maybe I'll run the sickness out of me. That doesn't usually help. So I envy those fucking people who just like, another episode of, and they're asleep halfway through the fucking 13th season of Walking Dead, episode 6, where there's still zombies, but the zombies are in the background. That doesn't matter anymore. It's all about the struggle of the people. It's all about the struggle of people. When are the fucking zombies gonna win? Is that show still on? It was maybe okay for the first 3 or 4 seasons. Bullshit after that. Jumped the shark fucking wildly. Fonzie fucking slapped his dick right on that fucking zombie's forehead, and it was over. At least in my mind. All right, at least in my mind. So what are we doing next week? It might be a more interesting podcast. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going camping with my lovely, lovely daughter. My 8-year-old daughter to Joshua Tree National Park. And I know there's a lot of problems with the national parks right now. I know there's a lot of problems in the country with missing people. And a majority of them, a lot of them, not majority, I don't know, I haven't done the research like usual, but a lot of them go missing in national parks for whatever reason. At least this last one did, right? And then we have these other ones that are kind of coming out, like I talked about last time, the racial injustice of non-missing people, or the racial injustice of not highlighting how many fucking missing people there are in this country. But we're going. I'm going to. I love Joshua Tree. I grew up going out there. I grew up in San Diego County. It was a what 3-4 hour drive to Joshua Tree. My mom would take me and my brother out there quite a bit with this sort of grandpa figure that had a house out there. He was in the military. Resident Fly just came to say hello. Hello, Bob. And Bob flew away. Um, and yeah, it great, lovely place, enchanting. I would say Joshua Tree is enchanting. And a lot of people will make fun of it. Oh, it's all hippy dippy shit. You take shrooms, you do acid. I've never done that out there. I've drank fucking malt liquor. I've had way too many Schlitz. We've gone out there in the middle of summer when we're old enough to drive out there when it's 112 degrees and opened a beer at 7 in the morning. Yeah, that was normal. But I never did the whole. I never got into the fucking psychedelic, man. You got to go out there and broaden your horizon, man. Look at the stars, man. How many galaxies do you think are out there? I haven't really done that, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the nature. I appreciate rock scrambling. I like going up and seeing the views from high atop some granite ridge in Indian Cove or Jumbo Rocks or whatever campground we might have found a spot at. But this time I'm taking my lovely daughter, like I said. I took my son when he was 6 years old. Flew down to San Diego for whatever shitty town we lived in this stupid state back then. And met my brother down in San Diego. We drove out there together, the three of us. This time it's just solo. It's just my daughter and I. So me and my daughter. What's grammatically correct? Whatever. We're going out there. I'm looking forward to it. She's kind of I'm looking forward to it too. But I'm gonna miss mom and I'm gonna miss mom and Rowan. I'm gonna miss mom and my brother. I know you will. I know. But we're gonna have fun. And it's gonna be the first time I've ever camped just solo with a kid. So that'll be interesting for me too. So it's not just going to be one of these things, Josh, where you're going to be drinking all day, looking for fucking chuckwalla lizards, trying to grab a rattlesnake by its fucking coacula. Is that something? Isn't that what's a coacula? Doesn't an alligator have a coacula or crocodile? Don't fucking those reptiles, amphibians, whatever they are. Don't they have I think it's called a coacula. They have like a little slit, like a little hole, and you just like put it. I think you put your 2 fingers, like you're a finger in a fucking goat. You put your 2 fingers up this little coacula, and then you can figure out if they're male or female. I don't know what you feel up in front of this, up inside this coacula. I think it's not Dracula. He sucks tits. But I think it's I don't know. Look it up. But I can't just have one of those trips. It's not just going to be me and my friends. I have none. So it'll be me and my daughter. Yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun just to see her exploring this sort of not unexplored land, but very much a different landscape. The Joshua Tree, of course, after a beautiful name in this world. Go see Skull Rock, take some hikes, go down into 29 Palms, and just kind of hang out, just have fun with my daughter for 3.5-4 days. All right, so that's what we're doing. But one thing about Joshua Tree, and I kind of, as a parent, I guess, things you don't think about when you're not a parent is like, all right, how am I going to take a shit? How am I going to take a shit with just my daughter there? One, I don't want to. She's 8 years old, so I can't just leave her in the campsite. I just can't. And then of course I get all these other fucking national parks, Gabby Petito, and all these other people who disappeared over the years, and Grand Titty National Park, Grand Tetons. Just people who have disappeared over. And my brain goes that way anyways. My brain goes dark. I've written a lot of dark stories. I've placed some of them in Joshua Tree, where people go missing. People just go missing. They just disappear. They just vanish. There's a book I'm going to go look at the library later. I can't remember what it's called, but it's all about how many missing persons there have been over the years in national parks. Just gone. Just absolutely poof, vanished. So of course that's going through my brain already. So let's just say I got to go take a shit in one of those horrible vault toilets where I'm going to have to teach my daughter, before you sit down on the pot, shine a flashlight down there, don't drop it, see if there's a rattlesnake down there. Because you have to do that in this place. You have to make sure you shine a flashlight down the toilet to make sure there's not a rattlesnake ready to bite your fucking anus. Alright? So that's something I'm going to have to teach her. Will she freak out about it? Probably. But I'm going to try to put it in a light way for an 8-year-old. Alright? Just go down there. You don't want to have a rattlesnake crawl up your ass. She'll understand. But anyways, while I'm taking a shit, what am I going to... I can't leave her in the campsite. I don't know how far the bathroom's going to be from this campsite. I got it online. I have no idea. So if it's far away, I'm going to have to take her with me. But what am I going to do to my daughter? What kind of ruination is that going to put inside her brain if she has to sit inside of a fucking smelly vault toilet, locked inside with her father while he's taking a dump? With a rattlesnake, biting his fucking, well, one, the rattlesnake probably can't fucking mow through the goddamn bushels of fucking mole rat hair that is growing from my asshole. So that's a protective quality that I have that she doesn't have. So I'm not going to sit in there with her, but I'll stand outside the door. That of course. But I don't. What am I going to do as a father? What do I do? How am I going to do things that I do on a normal basis, but having to lug her along? She's too old to be sitting in a shitter with her fucking father, but she's too young that I can leave her alone in a camp spot, which I have no idea who's sitting next to her or camping next to us. This isn't like a culture of fear thing where I'm saying, oh, there's pedophiles out there, there's white vans, there's things that can, yeah, but there's shit that can happen in a very short amount of time in these types of places. If she decides, I'm gonna go climb this rock, she falls off, it's a very fucking hard surface, she hits her head, she's sitting there bleeding for 10 minutes while I'm taking a shit. So I gotta do fucking shit and I gotta do my fucking splatters as quickly as possible. Just I haven't had a solid shit since fucking '04, but I'm gonna get that shit out as much. I'm gonna bring Metamucil. I'm just gonna get shit that's just streaming through my system. Got a shit. I'll run over there, close the door, bomb it, do a few wipes, and fucking run out there. But maybe I'll just park her right outside the toilet. Hi, how you doing? Hi, you go okay? I'm okay. Are you doing okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Any rattlesnakes? No rattlesnakes. You see anything? No. So I'll do that while I'm shitting. I'll have a fucking showcase shit. I'll be the showcase. I'll be the talker. I'll be the inviting quality to her day while I'm taking a fucking load off of my greasy asshole fucking disease into a vault toilet in Joshua Tree National Park. And hopefully no one will go missing because it's an easy place to disappear someone. So wish us luck. I have an axe. I have a knife. I don't own a gun. So if there's some fucking crazy wielding weird desert fucking hound out there, or some fucking ex-Iraq vet who's still living in fucking Joshua Tree or 29 Palms, and he's disgruntled and he wants to take his fate of the world and the fate of his own decisions onto a loving family. I don't know. You hear horror stories about that. A couple went camping, shot in a tent. A family went camping. I can't fucking find them. I'm not scared of it. It's in the back of my mind. It's in the craw. It's stuck in a little bit in the craw. But I think we're going to be okay. But while I'm looking at Joshua Tree, like I said, I've been there many times, but it's been about a decade since I went there last time, and I'm driving to get down there, so it's going to be a 8 to 9 hour drive, long drive. But my children are used to it. I'm used to it. I was looking up stuff. What to do, trails, things like that. And when we get bored or if it gets too hot during the day, because it is a fucking desert, which is all California is now, but it's an actual desert. So if it's getting up to 89, 90 degrees, and we don't want to hike in the heat of the 2 o'clock afternoon, what is there to do in 29 Palms? Just doing simple searches. And of course, when you do searches these days, you can't fucking get away from the review. The review of these fucking lifeless Netflix. They're the same people who just take naps. They're the same people who get on an airplane and pull a fucking eye thing. What do they call eye masks? A fucking thing that shuts out the light, and they have their earbuds in or their headphones, whatever they're fucking, and right when they get on the fucking plane, knee to knee with a stranger, a fucking fat to fat thigh next to a fucking person who's about to order apple juice because they're too much of a pussy to get a whiskey fucking 36,000 feet in the air, and they're not awe-inspired by the view. They just shut the fucking window. I'm like, I want to see outside, you fat fuck. I'm stuck in the middle. But he just fucking slobbering all over his goddamn fucking Sbarro pizza or whatever pizza that costs $12 in the airport. Do they have Sbarros in airports? I don't know. Whatever it might be. But those people, it's the same people who leave reviews. They're one and the same. There's no difference. If you fall asleep easily, if you have zero thought in your brain, you are also that person who fucking, I guess I'll write a review. I've never written a review in my life. I don't fucking care that much. I have time. I have too much time. That's my problem. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm staring at fucking two fucking lamps. What do they call them? Headlamps? Fucking forest lamp? Is that a person? Lamp lighter? What the fuck are they called? Strobe lights. No. Flash dance. The fucking lights that are shining my ugly fucking horrible maw. Whatever it is. I have too much time. So they're spotlighting me. Spotlight! They're spotlighting me. So I'm sitting here with too much time on my hand. Too much fucking idle time. I'm sitting here in a sleeveless fucking shirt in my garage with my resident flies with the fucking cunty chickens outside. Alright? And my dog is chasing them, probably licking their ass. I don't know what she's doing. But if you leave a review, there's something wrong with you. There's just absolutely something wrong with you. I think my wife has left some reviews they've been bad. They've been bad. And I think the last one she wrote was about a rental car place in New York. So we got a rental car from New York to Boston, which I think I detailed. Anyways, horrible fucking service. Horrible. Horrible people that work there. I'm sure they're terribly paid, but just assholes. Just pure. So I understand that fucking review. But I've never even left one. When I've been pissed, when I've been happy. I don't care. I just don't care enough. But of course there's always reviews. Do I read them? Of course I do. I love reading the reviews. They're hilarious. Have I changed a hotel because of them? I don't know. I don't think I have. I've read some. Ah, shit, maybe we should change. But then we go there, it's fucking fine. I know I've probably took a fucking Bob. Goddamn fly. Flies are the worst. Flies are worse than chickens. They're fucking everywhere. And this fucking goddamn place does not cool down. Yeah, oh, it's 83 degrees. 80 fucking 3. I don't want 83 in almost October. I want low 70s, high 60s, alright? Is that too much to fucking ask? Oh, well, it's still warm. Fire danger. I love it. Yeah, who leaves a bad review for a fucking national park? Joshua Tree, it says, when I looked it up, just directions, what to do there, the NPS, whatever fucking the National Park Service website, recreation.gov, whatever it is. There's, of course, a review, and it says 4.7 stars. That's pretty good. 4.7 stars out of 5. But there's fucking Mexican restaurants who get 4.7 stars out of 5, who makes a shitty carne asada in this area, alright? They get a 4.7. What has a national park done to you to get a less than 5-star review? The national park itself, you're rating fucking land. Do you understand that? You're rating nature that you have no ability, hopefully, to really do much about. You can't do anything about nature. So if you had a shitty time in nature, that's your fault. That's not nature's fault. Oh, it's too hot. Don't go in fucking August, you twerp. Oh, there's too many weird bugs. Don't be a cunt. Get a hotel room. If you're fucking going to a national park, you should automatically give it 5 stars. Teddy Roosevelt didn't fucking set the shit up for you guys to complain on Yelp or Twitter or whatever it might be and give a national park that is open for your own fucking recreation, for your own health, mental health for a lot of people, for your own abuse, some people, like those assholes who cut down a fucking bunch of Joshua trees to build a house. Idiots. Why the fuck would you do that? Find a parcel of land when there's no fucking Joshua tree, no bush or plant or tree that doesn't grow anywhere else in the world, geographically. It can't. The only environment it can grow in is this one desert in fucking Southern California, Southeast California. So why would you fucking mow them down, uproot them to build your fucking weird mobile home, alright? Or your manufactured home because I want to go look at the stars all day, you fucking twat, cunt, asshole, douchebags, alright? But yeah, 4.7 star. So I didn't even read the reviews. I should. Maybe I'll go back to that later because I have more time today. I have more time. Work's not coming in. I'm still getting paid. I'm gonna take a bike ride. Already went for a 4-mile run this morning. I'm fucking healthier than you. All right. I'm the healthy drunk. Haven't had a beer in 4 days. Look at me. Look at my fucking yellow-eyed, fucking horrible, goddamn grill that I have. My fucking grill. All right. If I wanted to get a grill. If I went to, like, let's just say Oakland, not saying anything, let's say I went to Oakland and I went to a shop and I say, I want a grill. And they say, okay, let me look at your teeth. And they looked at that, fuck it, we can't help you, man. We cannot help. We don't have enough gold or aluminum or chrome sucking fucking twats out there off a trailer hitch that can make your grill look even worse. All right? They can't. So I'm shit out of luck. So if you know people who give, oh, geez, I went to Tahoe. Oh, I went to the National Forest. Oh, I went to Grand Tetons. Did you hear Gabby Petito? She disappeared from here. I'm going to give it a 4.6 because someone disappeared that had nothing to do with the fucking nature, with the landscape itself. It had to do with her fucking boyfriend, Brian Dirty Laundry, whatever his name, that killed her and probably fucking offed himself. Nothing to do with the fucking park. Well, there's wolves there. I'm going to give it 4.4. They howled too much at night. It's just like that idiot that, well, the bathroom was small at the Motel 6. What the fuck, what do you expect for 59? Do you remember Motel 6s used to be like $39.95? Now they're like $89.99. What the fuck happened? If you're complaining about a hotel, again, that's on you. You booked a shitty hotel. Yeah, do hotels have problems? Sure. But it's not their fault when the neighbor next door is fucking his porn star for 8 hours. It's not their fault. It's not your fault either. It's nobody's fault. So how do you give it the neighbors were loud? Okay, that's, oh well, that's life. There's too many stars. It was too dark out there. What the fuck are you complaining about? It was dry. I went to Yellowstone. I didn't see an elk. That's the fucking elk's fault? You fucking that okay? Maybe I do hate people, but bad reviews for national park, that is the worst. And that is, I just saw that. This is the day I have. 40 minutes in, Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, I was listening to something earlier. When my son drives me to his school now, because he's obviously practicing for his licensing. And do you guys remember? Fuck, another tangent here. When I was a kid, I took driver's ed at school. I can't remember if it was before school or after school. I'm pretty sure it was after school. Maybe a weekend. I can't remember. But we took driver's ed at school. I don't think my parents paid for it. Maybe they did, but I thought it was part of the curriculum. I thought it was part of like sophomore year or whenever you're 16 years old. I was going towards my junior year. But I don't remember paying shit. I remember watching the fucking Bloody Asphalt, whatever the fuck it was called, where you're watching people die on the street. And I don't know, it's probably all fabricated and manipulated. Probably not real people dying. It's not as grotesque as watching the fucking the film from the 1970s where childbirth. Do you guys remember watching that in health class? Where it's like, and somehow all of us saw that. All males saw that, and hopefully females. And all of a sudden you're like, ugh, I've never wanted. It's almost like an anti-kid movie. It's not that bad. It's a Red Asphalt. It's not that bad. It's just dead people. It's like, I've seen dead people on the street before. I fucking picked up dead people for a year. So dead people don't bother me that much. But I remember it was free. I think I had Mr. Schwartz or some shit, some math teacher who didn't give a shit about life anymore. He would take me on the road afterwards. Turn left, turn right. I lived in a fucking bohunk fucking cow town. So there's dirt roads, there's some paved roads, there's like 2 fucking stoplights on Main Street. So it wasn't a hard gig for Mr. Schwartz. The disgruntled math teacher. So, but it wasn't a hard gig for me to drive either. It was easy. And I think I used my own car. I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of the specifics, the logistics. But with my son, we had to set him up, one, to take a class before he takes his permit test. So we had to take that. That cost a couple $100. Goes and takes the permit test. Failed twice. Got it on his 3rd time. That costs money. Then he has to take now 3 driving courses with certified instructors. Each pop for the fucking 2 hours that he's driven so far, but each pop is $120. So he's driven one time for 2 hours. It was in a BMW, and that's how they got you by the balls. But we called all the way around, mom and pop instructor schools, state run. I'm sure they have some like a In-N-Out style fucking driving school where you get a free fucking burger and a fucking milkshake. Afterwards, I don't know, but this is the cheapest that we found. $120 for 2 hours. So this place is gonna get us twice more for 120. So $240 more we have to pay. So it's a total of 300 and whatever the fuck it is, $60. $360 we gotta pay just for my son to take a fucking test. And I'm sure we're gonna have to pay for that goddamn test, of course. Do we have to pay for a license? Probably. So it's almost $1,000 endeavor to get your fucking kid driving out of your fucking ball hair and live his life. But when we drive to school, I listen to NPR. I don't know why, because I'm a liberal cunt. But I listen to NPR. It's a station that I get. I'm not like this right-wing conspiracy. I can't listen to those. But NPR is starting to get annoying as well, or always has been an NPR voice, which I talked about, I believe, or maybe I did a fucking TikTok or a Twitter or a Facebook or something that no one watches. But when I listen to the stories, all right, I listen and I'm like, okay, every fucking story. Every goddamn story that I've heard. I mean, this is probably over the last few months, maybe the last couple of years. I don't know. Every single story is about like immigration, the discrepancy of minorities in this country, some sort of inequality of women in the workforce, women of color, people of color, especially. And I guess that's fine. I guess that's what drives the narrative now in media. But why does that have to be fucking every goddamn story? But this one this morning wasn't exactly like that with race or immigration and things like that. And that's bad. What's going on in Texas is not good. It's not a good look when you guys have a guy on horseback looking like he's whipping the Haitian dude. He's the Haitian guy's like, fuck, I'm not black, I'm Haitian, man. Whipping a guy with his reins or whatever. It's not a good look. It's not a good look to still have horses that we're hurting people with. I don't know why that's still a thing. You see horse cops. I know it's a good crowd control. I know they have big giant asses. You don't want to stand behind a horse and get kicked in the fucking head. I remember my daughter rode a horse one time at this park, and she was walking around. She was standing behind the horse, and the workers weren't moving my daughter. I'm like, she's fucking behind the horse, man. One like one of my resident flies fucking goes right in the horse's eyeball. And one little false kick, one little small little bloop, bloop, look, hits my daughter in the fucking cranium. She's dead. She says, I'm alright. She's behind the horse, motherfuckers. My daughter, she's 4 years old. She's behind your fucking horse. I know it's swaying his tail. It's not happy. Alright? There's flies buzzing around his fucking dick. It's gonna kick my daughter. So we had to tell these fucking 17-year-old idiots working for Parks and Rec in some city that I hated living in that to move my daughter. Can you please remove my daughter from the fucking danger zone of this goddamn donkey kick? Alright? Not donkey punch. Alright? Donkey kick. Look up what donkey punch is. Kind of funny. Kind of funny if you really think about it. Throw a bloody nose in there and I think you got like a jelly donut or some shit. I don't know. There's something weird about that. But you're not shitting on anybody. You're doing it because they find pleasure in that. Alright? Just like you're sticking your fingers up the coagula of the fucking alligator. They think they enjoy it. But today on NPR, I was listening to the story that was out of Berkeley. Oh, it's got to be fucking out of Berkeley. So it's kind of the local syndication NPR, and they do it, a 20-minute segment in the mornings, every morning at 8:22 or whatever the fuck it is. So when I'm drop my son off, or he drops me off, I get back behind the fucking fold and drive home. This is what I'm listening to. And mind you, Berkeley's a fucking wreck. This whole state is a wreck. This country's a wreck in a lot of ways. But homelessness is a fucking dire crisis. All right, it's horrific. Housing prices, dire fucking need for low-cost housing in this state in particular. Mental health, another big one. There's a lot of problems out there. One problem that I don't think we have, and that teenagers should not be focusing on, is the fucking equality of men and women in high school. And I know that's what they're kind of. I guess it's a problem. I guess I'm a cis white male. I don't know what cis means. Cicerone? Is that a pizza joint? Cicerone. Hey, you want a calzone? Cicerone. Is that? I think that's a fucking Cicerone. Cece and the fucking beetle. Cece and the batshit. Cece lamb. CD lamb. I don't know. Whatever the fuck it is. Cisgender. Syphilis. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm white, I'm old, I'm ugly, I'm Jewish, I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt with chickens outside, and my resident flies bugging me. Probably smelling my greasy ass because I need to take a shower. And actually, greasy anus is what I'm talking about, not greasy ass. I'm not like a greasy, woo, hey, like calzone, hey, what's a greasy? I'm like, hey, I'm a meatball, hey, get your meatball, hey, meatball. I'm not one of those greasy meatballs, but I think my asshole is really greasy. You ever get that like weird, like when you're running, when you exercise that like I do, when you're the healthy drunk like me and eat some kale and make a smoothie of kale and banana and yogurt and shit like that, and then you go running. Do you ever get that just like, and then you sit down? Do you ever just that greasy feel when you're like sliding on a piece of pepperoni? Or when I worked at KFC, I worked at KFC for 3 days before I quit, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. All right, it's not racist, but KC and the Sunshine Band. But you just slide in the back of those places. It's so fucking greasy in these pits of hell and fast food, which I think every person should work at for humility purposes and humanitarian causes. But when you're in the back of a KFC and you could just go on there, even if you have those non-slip work shoes that you buy from fucking Payless for $44, you just glide and slide. It's like a tonight. It's almost like ice skating with grease, with chicken shit. And so, the chicken shit a lot, by the way. I knew chicken shit, but Jesus Christ, they fucking shit like mad. But when you sit down, it's like, ugh, you just feel that. You feel that just seeping out of your asshole. That's only when you exercise a lot and you have some internal disease. All right? But these kids on this fucking Berkeley, and I love like NPR, any sort of news segments on the radio, because you have the person, the narrator, who comes in, oh, these students at a school in Berkeley, the fucking Bishop School of Twatville, whatever it is, there's homeless people probably camping right outside the fucking school. There's probably massive encampments of disease-riddled heroin addicts, and just lifeless shits that want to Netflix and chill, but they can't afford it. They fall asleep in the middle of the street, so I envy them a little bit. And they might do it with or without drugs, but even when I'm fucking intoxicated like a monkey, I can't just fall asleep in the middle of a fucking road. These people can. They can fall asleep with shit on their face, and that they're better than me. But these people are, well, they're starting a group to really call out the girls or the males, the white cis males in this society, and that's what they're talking about. It's all about a 17-year-old fucking idiots, male or female, it doesn't matter, but they're 17 years old and they're white. You could tell just by their voice, not saying anything. But most likely, if they're in Berkeley, going to this fucking Bodhisattva fucking bishop school, whatever it's called, probably a private fucking Catholic school. These are white people, all right? What problem is a 16 or 17-year-old white junior or senior? What have they found in the ills of masculinity? What have they seen that is so fucking toxic in their small little bubble on this small little pretentious island that they're living on in the fucking Bay Area? None. Nothing. And they're like, well, we just want to leave, what's it called? An event. We just want to leave an era. We just want to leave a fucking epoxy. What the fuck's it called? When you want to leave something behind. A legend? I don't know, John Legend? Legend with Tom Cruise? They want to, legacy! They want to leave behind a fucking legacy. Legolas from, was that a fucking Harry Potter? A troll? Elf? I don't know. But they want to leave a legacy to other girls, other budding women. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're spending your energy on creating a group to leave a legacy for girls who you're just now filling their head in with shit that might not be true. Are all men evil? No. Are all men toxic? No. Are all men just spewing? Hopefully they're spewing. Like, this is what men should be. They should be spewing like 18 times a day. But are all men like? Is it this fucking bad of a problem when you step outside and you see a crack whore mother with her 3 children living in a fucking old Maytag box? Is that really a problem that some kid, some 16-year-old fucking kid who just wants to get his dick sucked, who is fucking coming in his fucking Hanes boxer briefs, Fruit of the Looms if they still have those, he's just like, God damn, I can't stop fucking jizzing. My dick's hard under the fucking desk every single day. I can't stop it. One morning, I duct taped my dick to my leg because it was very embarrassing. My mom made pancakes. And even the fucking smell of Aunt Jemima fucking syrup, do they still have that? Even the smell of that, just a little hint, the whiff, my dick just boing, blah, 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 it just fucking sprung up. And I know I haven't fully developed yet. I'm not fully through my puberty. I'm kind of like domestic Don Josh Landers, who didn't go through puberty until he was probably 17 and a half. But it just fucking sprung. I couldn't do anything about it because my mom would see it. She'd be like, ah, Ricky, why is your dick hard? Ricky! And she'd be like, oh my God, my son's attracted to me. Ooh, that's kind of hot. Maybe we can go on OnlyFans. If OnlyFans is only still around, Ricky and me, we can make a fucking fortune. Isn't that a thing? Isn't fucking family strokes, family dicks, something like that? Isn't that a porn genre? What a fucking genre that is, isn't it? I want to see someone fuck their sister. I want to see someone fuck their stepdad. How is that even a genre? When I'm surfing through porn, I skip those ones because I'm a gentleman. I have an agenda. I have a aura. I'm ethical, moral. I'm moral. So I can't watch, even if it's fake. It's all fucking fake. I don't want to be, oh, fuck your stepsis. I'm like, I don't have a stepsister, and I don't think I want to fuck her. That's weird. All right, maybe like a third cousin, maybe a third. Nah, that's weird too. Are they still related? Wherever the blood is the thinnest. All right, I could see. Not approving that, but I could see it. All right, it's my third cousin, twice removed from my aunt's side. All right, you're barely fucking related. But if it's like your stepsister. Are you related to your stepsister? No, you're not. So I guess it's okay. Fuck, I don't know. But what problems are these 16 and 17-year-old feminine? What exactly? They're bored. They're fucking bored. And another NPR story I heard, which I kind of like these stories more, is when you see how other people live in other societies. And this was about a fucking family from Uganda. I couldn't hear the whole story. I think I was going to Trader Joe's for some goddamn fucking hippie dippy kombucha or some shit. Maybe I was just shopping for my family. I don't know. I'm a fucking Father of the Year candidate in some wasteland Father of the Year magazine that is no longer in production because fucking social media took it over, and no one reads anymore. It's still in print. It's probably a newsletter. All right, you still get the fucking the black ink on your fingers when you read Father of the Year, Domestic Dawn, notable, with a picture of me on the cover. What was I talking about? Oh, Uganda. So I didn't catch the whole thing. They did something with rocks. So I'm sure it's some like mineral deposit where there's like slave drivers are pulling these women and children and fathers out of their huts and throwing them in these fucking dust covered mines. I'm sure that's what it was. That's what it sounded like. But there is these children who just have no hope in the world to become any better. I mean, there's like zero hope. They break rocks all day or some shit. And they were talking about the children in particular. And this one child who was 13 years old, I believe, she wanted to become, I want to be a nurse or a doctor. Yeah, I want to go to university. I'm a blah, blah, blah. Through a translator, of course, she was saying all this shit. And she just pounds fucking rocks all day with a hammer. And they even said when they don't have a hammer, when they don't have a tool, they just find a fucking bigger rock. So they're doing this all day long on like ledges and shit. Ledges that are maybe like 40 feet off the ground. There's a fucking mine pit with a bunch of like apocalypto shit going on below them. People are like, chanting for some sun god or some shit. They're fucking whipping people. They're all covered in white dust and bat shit, guano or something. I don't know what it is. That's what I was picturing. But that's their life. And you know what they get as a family a day? This woman has 6 children. So I'm assuming it was her children, and her husband if she had one. I didn't get that part of the story. So 6 or 7 people, they get $2 a day. $2 fucking dollars a day. In Uganda, I'm sure that's still not fucking minimum wage. I don't know if they have minimum wage in Uganda. But $2 a day. And these fucking Berkeley fucking twerps, these fucking twinks, these assholes, these little shits who haven't lived life. They're fucking worrying about legacies that they're leaving the people who are coming after them who just want to get the fuck out of high school. All right? There's not going to be a girl coming up and like, oh, I want to go to the fucking Bishop anal school because they left a legacy of feminism. This is what I want to go. I want to really see what cisgender white male industrial complex looks like. I really want to see that. I really want to see what male chauvinism and toxic masculinity and how males should be probably fucking de-balled. They should probably be a bunch of eunuchs walking around. That's how males should be. They should have no fucking testosterone in their body anymore. We should fucking syringe it out of their dicks and balls and just and thrust them into transgender women who want to wrestle other women who are actually born male. It's an athlete who's a male who still has testosterone because we didn't want to take that away from them because they're transgender. So we leave their testosterone in to beat the shit out of other women who are biologically born women. So he can beat they can beat the shit out of actual naturally born woman. That's what we're saving the testosterone for. That's a legacy that this is what they're worrying about. No wonder the world is fucking dying. Yeah, we have Greta Thunberg, whatever. She's talking about climate change. That's fine. That's all great and dandy. That's a fucking real concern. We're running out of water. Marin County in Northern California is going to run out of water by next year if we don't start fucking desalinating the ocean. And what is desalinating the ocean going to do? I'm kind of for it if we could figure it out. We have no fucking water in this half of the country, this part of the country. The West is drying and dying. So, should we have desalination plants? Sure. It's going to be very costly. It's going to be non-energy efficient, of course. I'm sure there's some Greenpeace person out there. Oh, we can make it energy efficient. There's no way it could be fucking energy efficient. You're going to build this fucking big giant plant, which will have an impact on fucking seagulls and fucking porpoises and the goddamn fucking Bay Harbor seal. It's going to have an impact. And then you're going to use energy, of course. I don't care if it's fucking water energy, nuclear, oil, whatever it is. You're going to be pulling shit. You're going to use a lot of energy, all right? So you're going to be taking all this fucking ocean water, which the fucking fish who are dying still, the reefs are blanched and dead. You're going to pull all the water out now and then put it back into the fucking agriculture, into our faucets. What's that going to do to the ecosystem in the fucking ocean? Because the ocean is where it all starts. If the ocean dies, we die, you fucking twat. So your fucking anti-masculinity feminist class doesn't mean shit in fucking Berkeley. It doesn't mean shit anywhere. There's real stuff out there, all right? How about you help that mother of 4 living in the fucking Maytag box out there? Why don't you do that, all right? Why don't you help me, who can't figure out how to fucking border off a bunch of Haitian chickens. They're not Haitian. All these, maybe one is from Haiti. Didn't they have a lot of chickens in Haiti? Isn't that where fucking voodooism came from? I think it is. God damn, I'm fucking smart. My knowledge I'm not smart. My knowledge is like the Platte River in Ohio. And I remember one of my teachers, one of my professors, a long time ago. I think it was a biology teacher. It was actually a good, fun guy. Fun guy. That was a play on words. Biology, fun guy. No, I guess that would be botany. I took botany too. That guy was not a fun guy. He got some. The botany teacher I got in Humboldt County, Humboldt State. He got some weird disease when he was fucking picking mushrooms or some shit in some foreign land, some jungle somewhere, and he got some weird like worm in his. And he was on. I saw him on Animal Planet or something. But hey, that was my fucking teacher. He wore a bandana every day. He ate celery and peanut butter during class, which is highly annoying. He's kind of a strange guy, of course, but he got some weird, strange bug bite that put a worm in his ass. And I saw him on a Discovery Channel. Hey, that's my fucking teacher that almost failed me because I couldn't fucking see the goddamn cellular level of a fucking a fucking asparagus, whatever it might be. But yeah, those are the things that matter. Is that what I was talking about? I can't remember. Yeah, but this is what the problem is. Oh, my chickens. This is what we need to help. Me and my chickens, how to figure out how to border off my fucking kale garden. This is the important things in life, all right? There is so much more important. I'm not making light of fucking toxic masculinity or who Weinstein diddled 7 years ago. I'm not, yeah, it can be a problem, okay? I'm not a woman. I'm not a white woman. I don't know the struggles you're going through as a white female in this society living in a highly middle class to upper class area. I don't know the struggles that you have as a female whose mother and father are settled and have a house in the Bay Area which they bought in the 1990s and is now worth $2.8 million for its 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, fairly modern house. All right, with a couple updates needed to make it that 3 mil. I don't know what it's like for you. All right, I don't know what it's like to be 16 anymore. I watch my son, he's like, oh, things are so harder. Things are fucking harder now? Are you joking? Things are not harder now. Things are easier. The world is more fucked up, I'll give you that. The world is more in her face, so that maybe that's making it mentally harder. Okay, yes, we have a lot of distractions. Yes, we have too much media. Yeah, you're on your fucking phone too much. No wonder you're depressed. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a real issue that's out there. But your life is the easiest it's ever been. Life is the easiest it's ever been. Look at me in my fucking garage talking to myself for over an hour with zero research, with minor outlined fucking notes that I have of what I'm about to talk about, with a fucking Beetlejuice doll behind me. If you guys can see that, if you're watching the video, if this fucking video works, which I'm still figuring out because I'm a goddamn moron. Like the person I fucked earlier that was squirting all over me. I don't want to use the retardant. The person that I put retardant on. I'm one of those people. I'm not a squirter though. Well, I guess I am a squirter. All males are squirters. Isn't that interesting? All males are squirters. I think that was jaw dropping. That's a breakthrough. That's a break. That's what we need to look. That's what we need to teach about in these fucking no war society anti-feminist classes. That all men are squirters. Not all women are, but some are. And I just solved the world's problem. But what is going on with are we going to have that? Do we want a no-war society? That's what I was thinking about when I was listening to these little twinks from Berkeley. Amoeba Records is pretty good in Berkeley, if I remember. That was a good record shop. But there's nothing else that Cal State Berkeley, Keenan Allen came from there, Marshawn Lynch, a couple good football players. Yeah, so there's some good things in Berkeley, but Berkeley in essence is not good. Northern California is not good. Southern California, none of the state is good. But what I thought about is that, God, we're not going to, these kids are going to be running the future. These kids are going to be running for office. These kids are going to be more involved in shit than I ever was and ever wanted to be. I'm going to be older when this happens. I probably won't give a shit even more so than I do now, but my children will be living in this. And there's like, yeah, we don't need war anymore. Sure, we don't need war, but do we really want a no-war society? Is that what is going to be happening when we emasculate every single male and fucking clip their dicks off? Right? Is this what's going to happen when we do the snip and dip with a I don't know what that means. Excuse me. Is this what's going to happen when we just belittle and take away the natural essence of what testosterone does for a man? Is that what's going to happen that will have utopia? Zero war. And I don't think we want that in society. War is awful, war is evil, war is terrible. But do we want no fighting? Do we want no? I think we like it. We enjoy it, right? As a culture, we like it. And I think we like to complain about it, just like we complain about everything else, which I do as well. But just imagine just a bunch of pussies. I don't even know, whatever you categorize a pussy as, Just the way we're raising our kids is not good. It just isn't. All right, they're emboldened, too much so. They have this sort of air of privilege, way too much. And I'm talking about the kids that are white. This is a totally white. This is a I won't okay. I'll take that back because I hate the fucking race issue. This is an economic issue. All right. So all the kids who have the luxury of living in a household without getting beaten, molested, belittled in some way, mentally, physically, whatever, and you have your own room, you have a phone, you have your own laptop, you can drive one of your parents' cars, or if you even have your fucking own car when you're 16 or 17 years old, you're not living in any sort of strife, all right? So those kids are going to be running the country later. It's not going to be these unfortunate kids from Uganda, or the people coming in from Afghanistan, or the poor people from fucking Haiti getting whipped by Ranger Rick with a fucking Confederate flag on his horse's stapled to his horse's dick. It's not going to be one of these. It's not going to be one of those people that are rising up and running the world. It's going to be these people in Berkeley. All right. And is that what we want to live in? Is that what we want to strive for? I don't know, but I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared of it. I'm a little scared for my children if it's going to be this much of a pussified world. And I'm not saying my generation is any better. I'm not saying, oh, we're so much tougher. No, we're not. We're right in that as well. I know a lot of fucking people who I went to high school with, who I went to college with, who are just as pussified as all these other fucking 16 or 17-year-olds. Do you know why these 16 or 17-year-olds are like that? That have the mentality of seeing the problems that they want to destroy and the legacies that they want to leave, and don't even see all the other ills of society right outside their doors. Do you know who raised those kids? My fucking generation raised those kids. So it's kind of our fault. All these 44, 45, 46-year-olds, whenever you have your kids who has teenagers now, or maybe a little bit older, right? We're the worst generation. So we can't even blame these kids because you fucking raised these kids to be like this. You raised them to think of the problems. They're bored. You gave your kids a boring life. Take them outside, make them pick up a fucking rock, pick up a hammer, put a goddamn fucking shovel in the ground. All right, just for a little bit. That's it. Make them run a couple of miles. Oh, I'm lazy, I'm bored. Oh, my leg hurts. Fuck you. Run. I don't give a shit. You're too fucking young to have a pulled hamstring. Get out there. Fucking do it. All right. I gotta clean up chicken shit. I gotta make sure they're not eating my kale. I have bigger problems than you, people. Bigger problems. All right. My 5 listeners, if you haven't already, which you haven't, because only 2 have signed up, go to patreon.com/domesticdawn. There's a 3, 5, 20, whatever it is. I don't even know how it fucking works. I'm not making any money off it. I don't know how to make money off it, but go there, check it out. I'll start doing more things on there. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, what have you. Fuck off. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time.